Now I'm ready to hear your questions.
Okay, so how would you respond to the first part where she says, by your own definitions of love, I could never love you, since love needs respect, and in your definition, respect means not interfering? And then she goes on to say that she would interfere if necessary.
I cannot respect you, Alec, if I don't understand your ideals.
Mm-hmm.
But I do. I understand one of your ideals is your friendship with Andrea.
Mm-hmm.
If I want to respect you, I have to avoid interfering with that friendship by not making any responses to her writing to you. That is not my place to participate. It's wrong for me to interfere with your friendship by being part of the back and forth between the two of you.
Mm-hmm.
In order for us to handle this, is for you to talk to me without bringing up her writing.
Okay.
And I can answer your question in a specific example as a conversation between the two of us and not as a discussion about how you and I should respond to her writing to you.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense. I guess the first question is there a difference between love as an action versus love as an emotion?
Have you ever had an experience, an emotional experience that you can label as love ever in your
Yeah.
life?
Did you hear what I said?
I heard you say yes, but I'm not happy with a short answer.
Oh.
You have to follow through with an elaboration, otherwise
Well,
I cannot consider your disclosure to be.
I have family as well as past and present romantic partners who I have felt emotions for that I would label as love.
Okay, then pick a time and a place when you had that emotion and tell me the fictitious name of that person at uh, that was involved with this particular emotional experience that you had. When and where and how you felt at the moment in relation to that person.
Hmm. Okay. Let's say Bethany. Um, Sophomore year of high school. At the very end of it, and what was the other one? How I felt.
Yes.
A very strong sense of affection. Almost a desire to protect.
So that emotion, did you feel that emotion make you feel happy or shaky or want to cry? Did the emotion make you want to jump up and down or
Yes, it was
cry
like
and
a positive emotion.
what?
Yes, it was a positive emotion.
So did that emotion make you want to laugh or cry or what? What did that emotion do at the time for you?
It was sort of like um, wanting to have more experiences that also cause that emotion. I guess happy would be the best way to describe it.
Okay, so you felt very happy and you want to repeat that experience with that person again and again.
Yes,
True or false?
true.
Okay. That's the label for that emotion.
Happiness?
Joyful,
Oh.
happy, happiness. But that is not, that's just relabeling. You can label that emotion as love if you want, but for many people, they experience that the same way when they deal with a piece of art.
Mhm.
So that emotion does not apply to love specifically.
Okay.
I can fall in love with what you cook for me easily. For example, if you knew how to cook so well,
Yeah.
I'm so happy with what you are feeding me because for the first time I have a taste that I want to eat every day, and that I cannot say that I have a love emotion. I would say that I have an insatiable desire for more of such food. And if you don't cook for me, I'm going to go to your country and try to figure out how to buy that by myself. I don't need your help. So is that love? Okay, you can call it love if you want, but that is uh, a label for an emotion. So the question is, what does that do if you want to label that as love emotion? Giving it one label or another doesn't mean much.
Yeah. So, would you say I'm correct in saying that emotions have shakier, less concrete definitions?
I don't understand the question. Could you ask it
So,
differently?
so you were saying that how since the central part of the emotion was happiness, I could label it as love as easily as I could label liking a piece of art or food as love.
Yes.
So would you? So I interpreted that as meaning that you can't define emotions as concretely as something like a social nomenclature because you can pick and choose. More like emotional definitions aren't as set in stone as social nomenclature.
Correct. I cannot I cannot give you a scientific definition of the way you feel.
Hmm. Okay, so
But how you feel doesn't do me anything. It's what you do with that feeling is what I'm interested in as a friend, a lover, or whatever relation you want to do to whatever relation we are in. I'm more interested in your behavior than your feelings.
yeah, okay. So So, what would you say? This is actually really important. What would you say the difference is between respect as it's viewed mainstream versus respect in Sumo slang?
The difference between concepts is understood by mainstream English versus concepts as defined in Sumo slang can be generalized in this way. Sumo slang is a collection of ideas. But that statement doesn't work if you don't use the definition in Sumo slang for idea. Idea, that means action proposal. Each and every thumbnail definition in Sumo slang is not a good Sumo slang definition if it is not an action proposal. If it doesn't give you the desire to do something about your life with that concept. Did I answer your question?
Yeah. Okay. So, using the Sumo slang definition of respect, I believe there's a small section about this in the Sumo's book. Oh, whoops! I accidentally held on to shift. Let me that. Anyway, when would you say disrespect is necessary, if ever?
Disrespect, that means interfering.
Yes.
You have to do that if you want to put up a good a prank.
Okay. I was thinking more along the lines of I think Andrea used the same example you ended up using in the book, which was I guess I'm asking for a restatement of something you said before, so that I can write it down. I'm writing this down, by the way.
Sure.
Yeah. So I'm referring to the section in which you said, if I remember correctly, you could be a parent of a child using drugs that is harming their lifestyle. So you could stop them from using drugs, so you'd be interfering with that. But overall, you'd be helping them reach their ideals.
That's right. If your ideal is not to become a drug addict, then helping you to stay away from drug is not interfering with your ideals.
So disrespect becomes a problem when it interferes with ideals.
Correct.
But what about disrespect aside from that?
Then the concept of disrespect is not at play if you do not slow people down from advancing toward their ideals. If you are running at high speed toward your ideals and I interfere with that process, is it respect or disrespect?
Yeah, that's definitely disrespect.
No, it's not disrespect because I did not know that if that's your ideals, you never told me.
Oh, sorry.
If I did not know, if I did not know of your ideal, there's no way that I can interfere with your life. If you don't publish your ideals, if you don't let people know of your ideals, it's impossible for people to interfere with your advancement toward your ideals. And therefore, it's impossible for people to disrespect you.
So would that mean that respect and disrespect have to be deliberate?
I did not hear the question so clearly.
So you said that disrespect only counts if you're deliberately stopping someone else from reaching their ideals. Um,
You mean disrespect?
yes, disrespect.
Yes.
I must have cut out when I said yes.
Yes.